Good morning once again. Today we're going to start our discussion on portfolio risk and return. I'm sure in your other subjects you have studied or uh, you have had some discussions about portfolio risk and return and also portfolio optimization. So today we're going to formalize that. We're going to use R in coming up with a optimal portfolio, whether the objective of which is to maximize returns or to minimize risk or combination. Okay, we're going to use a uh, a set of stocks. So for a change, let's use DAX 40. DAX 40 is the Deutsche Allgemein. I think this Allgemein Active Index. Okay, it's consisting of 40 stocks. So let me give you the site. I gave you the reference to the site. So let's open that. And you'll find here in Wikipedia a list of the stocks. So this is Deutscher Aktien Index, the German stock index. This is the counterpart of the NYSE or Dow Jones DJIA International in US. It's a stock market index consisting of 40. It used to be only 30 plus, but I think a few years ago they made it 40. These are blue chip companies that are listed in the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. Okay, and if you take a look at the companies that are listed here, some of them are well-known companies. Okay, of course, you know Adidas, Airbus. Okay, so these are the sector to which these companies belong to. Allianz is financial services. BASF, well known for producing some materials. No? Bayer is the pharmaceutical healthcare shop. Okay, Bayersdorf. Okay, who does not know BMW automobile? So I guess most of these are really well known. Daimler Truck, dating Benz, no? Benz Daimler, and then Deutsche Bank. Okay, and what else? Hanover Insurance, Henkel, of course, well known for consumer goods. Okay, Merck, okay? And Mercedes-Benz Group, Porsche, okay. Kagen is also well-known chemical company. SAP, of course. SAP is a database company, so it's a well-known technology company. Siemens also, Siemens Energy, Siemens Healthineers, Volkswagen, okay, and Zalando, which is e-commerce. All right, so these are well-known companies, and many of them have been in the market for decades. Okay, meron nga dito yung Merck 1668 pa eh. Diba? So you can see that it has been there in the market for so long. May 1870, but there are new ones. Merong si Daimler Truck, I think this is an offshoot of the Mercedes-Benz. So 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so there are new ones and there are really old ones. Okay, so may mga bago, no? Ito. This will matter kasi later on, we will download the stocks and then gagamitin natin class, we're going to use the get symbols. And these are the ticker symbols. So we have to get this. So unfortunately, well, what the best thing we can do is, what's your suggestion, class? What's a fast way to do this? Kasi i-get symbols natin tong tickers na to, no? Okay, and then we know that in get symbols, we have to make use of the quotes. And these are not in quotes. And we cannot copy this outright. We cannot just copy this line. Kasi if we try to copy this, it will also copy the other cells, no? All right, so I'll give you okay, so maybe let's do this together, just the first part, okay? So let's copy this. So we need this. Copy na lang natin sa Excel. Unfortunately, I don't know yet of any way by which I'm just able to copy the isa na siya. I need only the ticker symbols there. Hanggang dito lang, no? There, Control C natin, and then we copy this to Excel. Okay, actually ginawa ko na to, no? But let me do this with you. Okay, Control. Let me just paste this. Just the values. All right, here. So what we need is, what happened? Okay, dito siya. Let's move this here. Okay, what we need is this one. Okay, the rest we don't need. So let me just delete all of this. Delete, and then delete. Okay, now if we'll just copy this in R, okay. So for example, let's now create this object. Create. Okay, let's do the create a new environment in a while. Okay, so here Control Alt I, and then let's identify ticker. Let's create this object called ticker. So we're concatenating. If we just copy the, if we just copy this, there are 40 of these companies. It will take us long because we will have to insert the codes, right? So we have, I think it's best to put the codes here already in Excel so that when we copy this, we will just, okay, we will just, let's see, we will just, we can copy it directly and just modify it a bit. So any suggestion, class? How do we insert ADS, the codes here? What I mean is we need, for example, this one, we need a codes here and a codes here. Okay. In fact, another one. So any suggestion? So that we can copy this, when we copy this to Excel, to R, I mean, that will spare us the trouble of having to write in R the codes because we can easily write it here. Okay, what do you think, class? Any suggestion? This should have been, I was tempted to make this as a group exercise. Yung seat work na sinasabi ko a while ago, ito sana yun eh, plus the other parts of the activity. Kaso sabi ko, baka matagalan kayo, no? It might eat up all our time. Hindi natin ma-discuss tuloy yung fundamentals of portfolio optimization. So ito, since this is more of say formatting, okay, or cleaning your data, let's just discuss it here. So you notice that these are, except for one here, kaya yung one dito, one ano ba? One OOV. Did I copy the name right? Ah, yeah, it's one. Covestro, basic materials. Okay, but it has a one. All right, so any suggestion, class? Excel to? Okay, to make it easier for us to save time, to be more efficient. Anyone? Class. The objective is it should be like this. Coach, ADS, Adidas, that Deutsche, another coach, and then comma. Maybe that's better. Okay, so that when we copy all of this, it has already a comma. Otherwise, we will have to put commas between the names. Okay, anyone, please? Wala. Any suggestion? Come on, guys, we're eating time. Hello, class. Excellent to, class, no? There are many ways to do this class in Excel. Pero I want you to suggest something coming from the class. So from this one to this one, why do we want this? So that when we copy this list, okay, when we copy it to R, it will spare us the trouble of having to input the codes. Okay, imagine 40 stocks yan. Tapos when we copy, kasi tingnan nyo ha. Okay, let me just illustrate that so that you know what I mean. Control C. And then if I put that here under ticker, okay. Well, it copied, no? Kaso, dapat, kasi character to, di ba? Dapat maglalagay tayo ng quotes dyan. Isa-isahin natin yan, di ba? Comma, delete. Tapos, okay, that will take time. That's what I meant. No? So, how do we now copy this in such a way that it will make it easy for us? I'm not getting any suggestion from the class. Anyone? Please? Okay, let me, magtatawag ako ha. Okay, tingnan natin. Okay, Norman. Norman, what's your suggestion? Norman, is Norman here? Wala, absent to. Okay, nag-check, nag-attend si Norman. Norman, absent? Absent. Okay. Matthew. Matthew from the other section. Matthew?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Anong suggestion? Suggestion lang. Doesn't have to be right. At least nag-suggest.
Sir, use the format cells option.
Format cells option. Sige, paano? Sige, share mo yung ano mo. Share mo yung screen mo. Tingnan natin.
Hold on.
Sige. Tingnan natin kung it doesn't matter man kung at least we tried, di ba?
Sir, I can't share screen.
Sige, sorry. Let me stop share. Okay. Go on, Matthew.
Sir, can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
So I think we select all cells,
Okay.
all the ticker cells, format cells,
Format.
and I'm not sure which. I think it's perhaps it's custom.
Custom. So, paano kaya dyan sa custom?
Select one of these with quotation marks, but I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Sige, try lang natin. Sige. Try natin dyan. Or punta ka dyan sa type, no?
Where, sir?
Dyan sa type, yan. Kasi true, false yan, di ba?
Oh. Not sure what to type though, sir.
Wala pa bang wala nang ibang ano dyan? Hanapin natin dyan sa custom. What are the other options there? Not text dapat. Sige nga, go up pa, go up. Kasi mga dates yan, ano?
Yes,
Dates,
sir.
numbers, baba ulit. Numeric na yan, numbers, okay.
This is where the quotes are, sir.
Oo nga, dyan yung
The
quotes, di ba?
quotation marks.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Tapos, i-try mo nga, sige, tingnan natin ha. Hindi tayo maglagay, no? Quotes. Hindi, yung symbol na quotes. And then space. Space in between quotes. Let's just see what happens. Kasi we have to put something between the quotes. Hindi. Sige, try natin yan, no? Dapat tanggalin mo yung isang quotes. No? And then put a comma. Subukan nga natin.
Comma?
Sige, try mo nga. Try mo yan. Okay. Hindi, ano?
No, sir.
Hindi siya nagpa-format. Okay, sige. Okay, hindi ko pa na-discover yung sa custom, no? Hindi ko pa na-check kung meron sa custom, but maybe there is, maybe there's none. But thank you, Matthew. Thank you for sharing. No? Sige, let me take back the sharing of the screen. Kasi maybe what we can do is, I hope you appreciate, class, that we have to do this, otherwise it will take us tons of time. Okay, why don't maybe we can concatenate. Okay, let's see. Let's put here a quote. A quote
Sir,
here. And then a comma. Yes?
I have a suggestion.
Yes, sige,
You
sige.
could,
Sino to?
should I
Sino
share
to?
screen?
Yeah, please.
Margo, sir.
Sige, Margo, sige. Wait, stop record. Stop. Ano lang ako. Stop share ako. Yeah, sige. Go, Margo.
So, sir,
Okay.
we can do it this way, apparently. Using this in type.
Okay. Ayan. So, meron kang, let me see. That's a slash, no? A slash.
Yes, sir.
And then
The quotation.
quotation
and then
at slash quotation.
quotation. And
Okay,
then
and
comma.
then comma. Okay, so there you go, no? So this is yung custom format na sinasabi ni Matthew kanina, no? So we can so sabi ko nga kanina, ay hindi ko pa nakita to, no? Hindi ko na-explore tong custom format. But thank you, Margo. That's correct. So what we do, class, is as suggested by Margo, you highlight all the cells and then you go to sa control 1 format, no? Sa Mac command ano ba? I'm not sure. Control 1 sa Windows and then formatting and then dun sa custom formatting. And then dun sa type, Margo, sandali . Let's continue.
Okay, sir.
Continue mo lang yung pag-share mo. Yan, okay? So if you can see that, no? So what happened to the sample class? Yung ads.de, di ba? Nagkaroon ng quotes at the beginning and the end, and then comma. All right? Okay, so ang ginamit ni Margo na yung slash and then quotes at slash and then quotes. Okay? And then comma. So yung dito, yung text, no? Yung at, it was surrounded by the slash and the quotes. You can see slash quotes at slash quotes. So yung at doon yung text sa loob. Tapos yung slash quotes, that's to indicate that you're going to put quotes before and after the at. And then nagkama tayo. No? Okay, good. Thank you, Margo. Right, sige. Thank you. So Margo and Matthew, remind me you get +2 points dun sa quiz. Okay, for that, for suggesting, and then Margo for volunteering to answer. All right, so let me go back to Excel. Okay, so yung way na sinabi ni Margo at saka ni Matthew, sinadjust yung custom formatting. No? So I'll highlight this, then Control 1 for Windows. Sa Mac, I'm not sure kung anong format cells. Okay. And then I go to custom here. All right. So wala dito yung ano, no? Wala dito yung custom format na yun. But once you put it here, let me put here.
Sir,
Yes.
you're not sharing screen po.
Ay, sorry. Apologies. Hindi pala ako naka-share screen. Share screen. Okay. Thank you. All right. So let me repeat what I was saying. One way is to, as suggested by Matthew and by Margot, highlight natin yung mga cells which we want to format. Control 1. Okay, so this is for Windows. For Mac, what will it be? Function F1 ba? Sorry, basta yung format cells, no? And then custom here. And then kindly look for that yung slash and then quotes at slash quotes and then comma. So it's not here. So ibig sabihin nun, specialization. Margot, did you just put that now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So ibig sabihin, wala siya sa default, no? But if you put that as a type dun sa custom, then masisave na yun siya dyan, no? So slash, and then quotes, and then at, and then slash ulit, slash quotes. Okay? Take note, class. Diyan na siya, no? And then comma. There. All right. So everything now will be formatted this way. Quotes, and then the name, close quotes, and then comma. Press OK. And then here we go, class. Yan na, no? Okay, so we can, when we copy this now to R, that saves us a lot of trouble, di ba? What I did last night was I just used a formula is equal to, okay, let me undo this, Control Z. Okay, so this was the original, di ba? Is equal to quotes muna, tapos and, tapos this one, and then quotes again, and then comma. Okay, so turns out the same thing then, no? Okay, pero maganda rin yung ano, mas maganda yung custom kasi ito, it took me siguro a few minutes kasi una, nag-concatenate ako, no? And then, initially, I did not write, I wrote quotes directly, so parang is equal to. Sabi ko, how do you write a character sa Excel? Kailangan may ano kailangan may quotes, no? Kunyari, isusulat ko yung N. Dapat nakaganyan siya, no? Di ba? So how do I write a quotes? So is equal to, yung quotes nasa gitna ng quotes, ganun ba? So I tried this and ADE and it did not work, no? May typographical error siya. No? Hindi tinatanggap ni Excel yung ano yung ganyong formula. Okay, so what I did was to write the quotes and then the comma separately, and then kinoncatenate ko siya using the ampersand. Okay, but this is a good way. We're using the custom format. Okay, so very good. Thank you so much, Margot, and thank you, Matthew. All right, so I can now, okay, let me repeat that process. Control down, Control Shift down arrow, Control 1. Okay, and then custom, and then, di ba nasulat ko na siya kanina? So it will be saved there. You go here, ayan, andun na siya, no? Ito na siya. Once you write it in a custom format, magiging andyan dyan na yan. You can readily access that. So click this, ayan, so ito na siya, no? Okay, so there we go. Ayan, so this saves us a lot of time really, no? So Control Shift down arrow, Control C natin, lalagay na natin kay Aryan sa ticker natin. So we're creating this object called ticker. Let's call it tickers. Marami. Control P. There. Diba? At least ando doon na yung comma, ando doon na yung ano. It's just a matter of either kung gusto nyo ayusin, i-delete nyo, or let's just leave that as is na muna, no? All right. So that's our ticker. So yan yung tickers natin, ano? And then, let's now also mag-add na rin tayo ng ano, from no? Let's define our start date. Start. Let's just choose 2015 siguro. Start. And then, di ba, ang ginagawa natin 2015/01/01. Ba? And then end. Let's use 2022/12/31. Okay. So if I run this, run na natin itong tickers na to. Tickers. All right. So that object has, oops, something went wrong. Okay. Ito. Nagkaroon, dapat hindi ko nalinagay, no? Right. So very sensitive kasi si ano. It's makikita dyan, no? Argument 41 is empty. Ano? Ibig sabihin ito, yung 41st na, should be the 40th, no? 40th. 40th to, tapos yung susunod 41st, wala raw laman. Okay, so let me rerun that. This should be okay now. All right, so we now have this object called tickers, and tickers is a character vector of the ticker symbols, which is what's needed when we're going to use the get symbols, di ba? All right. So run natin to. Okay, so meron tayong start dito at saka end. Now, yung others would use, gagawin nilang, mas gusto nilang date to, no? Okay, may advantage din doon. So why don't we do that? Sige, gawin natin dito as that date. So then as that date. I have seen an advantage of this and also a disadvantage. But in the meantime, let's convert this into a date. So let's run this. So UTC na ano, no? Universal Time Convention na yung end at saka sa start. All right. So clear so far, class? By the way, sorry for asking. Mariel, do you have a copy of the file?
Sure, wala pa po.
Wala. Okay, sige. Sandali. Wait, how do I give this to you? Okay. Anyway, Mariel, in the meantime, siguro kasi isasarado ko to no? I cannot send you a copy of the file unless I close this first. No? So, but that will take up time. So,
Yes,
ano
sir,
na lang muna?
Sunod na lang po ako ngayon.
Sige. Okay. All right. So, how do we now get the adjusted prices? Okay, there are several ways to do this. But first, let me introduce to you something that we haven't done before. Okay, so here I'm saying we create a new environment. So yung new environment, that's also one of the good ways to model in quant mode, no? So how is this done? Mag-create tayo ng isang environment. Okay? So how do we create the environment, class? Let's identify an object. Let's call it anong tawag natin? Ano na lang? Kasi stocks to, tawagin natin environment ng stocks. Environment ng stocks, okay? And then we use new dot environment. Okay, so that environment is from the base R. All right? So gumagawa tayo ng bagong environment, which is it's similar to an object in a data frame. No? Okay, so i-run muna natin to, Control Enter, and notice what happens. No? So under our data is an environment. Mamaya, if you fill up natin tong environment na yan, and you will see the advantage of using an environment object, especially when we populate it with a large number of data set. For example, ito. Di ba ang gagawin natin dito sa mga ano na to, sa mga stocks na to, ida-download natin to eh. Let's not download everything. Let's just download the adjusted prices. All right. And okay. Now what we're going to do is this one, hindi pa natin nagagamit ang mga functionalities na to, no? So like this do.call. Itong do.call, ang ginagawa lang yan, sasabihin mo kung anong function na gusto mo, tapos ira-run ni Aryan. No? So it's just like running a particular function, pero may advantage to. No? Kasi pwede mo i-identify yung list. You can specify a list of corresponding arguments. Okay? So let's do this. Okay? Now, by the way, I gave you here, kasi together with do.call, gagamit tayo ng apply functions. Now, I leave you guys to look at this family of apply functions. Apply, ito, apply, S-apply, L-apply, T-apply, kasama yung E-apply. E-apply applies a function to an environment. Eh, di ba nag-create na tayo ng isang environment? Kaya gagamitin natin itong E-apply. Right? So let's first create a code chunk. Okay? Gagamitin natin ngayon yung function natin na do.call, no? Okay. Ano ba tayo? Get adjusted prices muna tayo. So dapat nauna muna ako dito sa ano, no? Okay. So dito ko na lang ilagay, no? All right? So of course, alam natin si get symbol. All right. And then get symbols. The function is get symbols. And then ang symbols natin, yan, di ba? Ang symbols natin is of course yung tickers natin. Ano ba yung ginamit natin kanina? Tickers. Okay? All right, then we identify kailan yung ano natin, yung simula. Kaya natin dito from is equal to start. Ba? May object tayo na start, yun. Comma, 2 is equal to end yung ginamit natin. Comma. So dito na papasok. Yung environment, di ba dati inaano natin auto.assign is equal to false, auto.assign is equal to true. Dito, i-identify natin kung ano yung environment natin. And our environment is dito sa object na to, environment.stocks. Environment.stocks. In other words, yung mga get symbols na to, ng mga tickers, we're going to put it here in this object, environment.stocks. Right? Let's see what happens here. Run natin to. Okay, error. Saan ako nagka-error? Okay, kasi hindi ko pa na ano si quant mode. Okay, sorry. Okay, library muna natin. I forgot this. Library. But we know, class, that we can actually run this even without, ano, di ba? Alam natin na even without running the library, gamitin lang natin yung namespace niya, yan, quant mode, we'll be able to run this even without running the library. So, read natin ito. Okay, nag-run na siya. No? Okay, so it will take some time kasi 40 ang stocks yan, di ba? But you can see that this is also fast pag doon natin sa environment dinalagay. And to take a look at this, ang ginagawa niya, ayan, no? Pausing second between requests, okay, for more than 5 symbols. Kasi more than 5 symbols tayo. Okay, and when you're done, class, kindly chat, please, na na-run nyo na to. So while it's loading, again, let me repeat what we did. We created this object, okay, called environment.stocks. And we said that it should be a new environment. Okay, and then what we did was to, we're going to use the DAX. This is the German stock exchange. All right. So we identified the 40. So we learned how to use Excel, and we learned how to use either the ampersand, yung and, or the custom formatting. Okay. Tapos, nag-get symbols na naman tayo. And what we did was, even without loading quant mode, we were able to run this. So get symbols natin, yung symbols natin is equal to tickers. We identify the start date, the end date, and then where will it be loaded, yung get symbols na to. Dati kasi, di ba, pag ginawa natin to, automatically, isa-isa yan, di ba? Imagine if we didn't do this, ma-filled up yung data natin ng 40 different stocks. Pero here, it's now here in our environment.stocks. Parang linamp niya dito, no? Parang group niya. So, andi dito na class. Ito na yung 40 stocks. If we click this, yan. Alright? So, ito siya. Now, the question is, mag-view ba natin to? Okay, tingnan natin, sample natin. So, view, let's see, view. Una muna yung names, no? Let's see, ano ba yung names ng environment.stock natin? Kasi this is stocks pala. This is our object, di ba? Environment.stocks. Tapos anong mga laman niya? Yan, di ba? Ang laman niya, itong mga to. Right, di ba? Although kasama yung get symbols, ano, which is surprising. Alright? So, let's see, ano ba yung structure nito? What's the class of this environment.stocks? Anong class niya? Anong klaseng object siya? So it's an environment object. No? So it's different from a data frame. It's different from a matrix. Yung mga data structures na pag-aralan natin dati. So an environment object is unique as far as R is concerned. And is it possible to get the structure of this? Okay. Environment pa rin. Now let's see if makukuha natin kunwari yung Adidas, no? ads.de. Will it allow us to view these stocks? I-run natin, error, no? Hindi niya makita, no? Okay, pero tingnan natin view. Will it allow us to, okay, wag muna view. Let's see, yung environment.stocks dollar. Okay, yan. So yan, class. Okay. Were we able to access the data? Ba? Ayan, no? Adidas, opening, high, low, close. So yes, ma-access natin yung data. Okay? Right? Tapos ang kagandahan nito, naka-group siya, no? Hindi siya yung anytime you want to access everything as one, andito siya, no? Right? If I see view, i-view nga natin stocks dot environment.stocks dollar Adidas. Yeah. There. Diba? So the XTS object is here. Andyan si opening, high, low, close. So what we were able to do during our first trials or first activities with get symbols, magagawa din natin dito. Ang bago sa atin nito, yung linagyan natin ng environment siya. Now this is useful especially kung maraming items, maraming elements ng ano natin. Imagine ito, di ba? Itong stock na to, 6 columns to, di ba? Tapos ito, 6 columns yan. So you have 40 times 6. So 240 columns all in all. We were able to put it in one object, yung environment that's. Okay, so let's continue class. And then, okay, dito na tayo, no? Let's now generate an object na ang kailangan lang natin yung mga adjusted prices. Okay? So diyan papasok yung apply, no? Diyan natin gagamitin yung in particular e-apply. Bakit e-apply? Kasi part of the environment siya, no? So we're going to use the e-apply function. All right. So let's do that. So ano gagamitin natin na function? Andiyan nakalagay, di ba? We're going to use the do.call. Okay? So how do we do that? Let's create this object. Gamitin natin price, sige, adjusted, no? O prices adjusted. Okay, we're going to create this object. We call it prices adjusted. Okay, do.call. Okay, so ito, no? Execute a function call. So ito may papagawin tayong function. Ang function na papagawin natin, pa-merge natin, no? So the function merge will allow us to get specific items, specific data from our environment, okay? And then i-merge na yung mga yon. Okay? And that makes it really very efficient, no? So magdo-do.call tayo. And then, ano yung function? Ano yung gagawin niya? Merge. Yan. Okay? Right, clear so far, class? Merge. Tapos, ano i-merge niya? Dito na papasok so i-apply. Get it from the environment. I-apply. Alright? Diyan natin ipapasok i-apply niya from the environment. Okay. Anong hahanapin niya? Yung ano natin, yung environment that, ang pangalan natin? Environment that stocks. Okay, so, and then, anong kukunin? Let's just get the adjusted, no? Yung adjusted lang. Pwedeng kung, kunyari, marami, di magko-concatenate tayo. C, closing, adjusted, etc. But here, we're just going to use the adjusted prices. So, let's just study this in a greater detail. So gumagawa tayo ng gumagawa tayo ng isang object called prices. Tapos yung do.call, sabi natin this is a function that allows us to call a particular function. Tapos ina-apply it to a particular list, for example. So, sabi natin do.call, anong papagawin? I-merge niya. Okay, yung ano, gagamitin natin, i-apply kasi environment, no? Iba yung S-apply, iba yung L-apply kapag list, no? May T-apply din kapag table. Alright, so i-apply natin yan, saan? Sa environment that stocks, and then just get the adjusted prices. Alright, sige, let's run this class, and let's see what happens. Okay, ano nangyari? Object add not di ba? Wait, Prices adjusted, do.call merge, i-apply. Hindi yung environment stocks natin. Environment that stocks. Okay. Ito na yun, It's existing. Okay. Question ko sa inyo, class, nag-run ba sa inyo? This should run. Pa-feedback nga please kung nag-run sa inyo. Hindi naman ADJ. Hindi, it's not ADJ, it's AD. Adjusted price. Hindi Alright, question class. Did it run? Paki-feedback nga if this one run in your case? O, nag-run kay Margo. How about the others? Bakit hindi nag-run sa akin? Eh, base R lang tong do.call, hindi naman, wait, ha? Do.call. This is from base R. And base lang siya. Hindi ano yan, hindi special function yan. Yeah. How about the rest class? Nag-run ba sa inyo? Okay, ulitin ko ha. Tama naman tong ano ko. Yes, kay Julian. At least I'm happy that it ran sa ano nyo. Oh, error. Bakit kaya? Add not found. Okay, ano kaya nangyari dito? Okay, run ko ulit to ah. Tickers. Andiyan naman si Tickers. Okay. Kaso pag i-run ko ulit tong ano, tatagal eh. Alright. Feedback from the others, please. It will take again a few seconds. Yan, nagpo-pause muna siya. Tama pong function ko eh. And nag-run sa inyo, di ba? So dapat mag-run din sa akin dito. Prices adjusted. Do that call, merge. Tama to. May papa-merge ko. No? Yung ano, i-apply natin sa environment, yung environment.stocks. Tama naman spelling ko, environment.stocks. And then AD. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm correct. But feedback from the others, please. Si Janine, si Julian, Margo. Yung iba class. Ano nga, kay Matthew nag-run din. Waiting for the others, please. I'm happy that it ran with you, no? Okay, sa akin, ewan ko kung ano nangyari dito sa ilang beses ko na ito rinan, ha? Not only today. Ilang months ko na ito nararan dati pa. Ayan, nag-run na. Ayan, good. Ay, hindi. Hindi yun. Yung ano yun, get symbols yun. Waiting. How about the others class, please? Feedback, please, if it ran from your end. Yes, good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So you can get symbols ko. Right, then let me run this again. Tama naman eh. Do that call, okay? Merge, i-apply environmental stocks, and then get the adjusted price. I-merge niya. Okay, create an object called prices adjusted. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, sorry class, ayaw talaga, no? I will have to decipher why this is not running. Object add not found. Okay. All right, sige. Could you tell me, class, what's your prices adjusted? What type of object is it? Okay, Sige. While you're looking at it, maybe I know the reason why. Sige. Okay, alam ko na kung bakit. Kasi, okay, let me see this. Ayun, okay. Now I know. All right. Now I know, class, why it did not run. Because itong function na to, yung adjusted na to, it's in quant mode. But I did not load quant mode. No? Inano ko lang siya dito, no, sa function na to. I did not yet load quant mode a while ago. So now I loaded it. Okay? Yun. Kaya yun ang reason kung ba't nag-error. Ano? Hindi niya makita tong adjusted na to, no? Because this is found in the quant mode package yung adjusted na to. So now okay na, no? All right, so let me take a look at this. Now this is a large XTS, no? 81,320 rows. Okay, imagine it took just a very fast, no? Matagal sa Excel to, nako. Paano natin gagawin to sa Excel? You have 40 companies. Okay? Imagine you having 40 companies, and then the dates are from January 1, 2015 to December 31, 2022. 40 companies, daily prices. And you'd like to get the adjusted prices. Okay, it will take you hours and hours sa Excel. Matagal sa Excel to. Pero ito, class, just a few seconds. Okay, so let me take a look at this. Ito siya, no? Long format nga lang siya, no? So andito, January 2 hanggang December 30, 2022. You have here the adjusted prices for each of the stocks. Now, you can see here that, oops, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, no? May companies na ano lang, naging part lang ng DAX nung 2020. Okay? So may mga NA tayo dito. Ito, yung, what's this? This is yung, I forget the name of this. Tapos itong x1cov.de. Okay, 3. enr.de. 4. Okay, so there are four companies that have NA values. No? Bakit siya NA? Kasi, okay, take a look down. Okay, probably bagong ano siya, bagong kasama lang sa ano sa DAX, no? Because before, okay, let's go back there just to be sure. Did I close that already? Na-close ko na yata yung na-close ko na, no? Okay, I think na-close ko na yun. No? But anyway, I'll just leave it up to you to explore kung bakit siya nag-NA. Either NA siya kasi nung 2018 lang siya pinasok sa sa German index. So it did not record anymore yung mga previous prices niya. Or it's possible that pero kung bagong company lang to, most probably hindi siya masasama sa sa DAX kasi ang DAX mga premium companies to. Okay? So what we're going to do is we don't want to include these companies with NA values, no? So let's now create this function na tatanggalin natin siya. Okay, so paano natin siya tatanggalin, class? How do we now make sure that these companies are not listed in our ang tawag natin to, in our object, no? XTS object, large XTS object, 81,320 elements. Ang laki niyan, no? All right, so what do we do, class? Paano natin tatanggalin yung ano? Anyone? Any suggestion? I'm sure kaya nyo, no? Pwede tayong mag-gawin, class. What's one way? The usual one way is to know the, okay, if we take a look at, let's see, ano ba yung mga names nitong prices adjusted natin? Alright. Ito, di ba? Yan yung mga names niya. Okay, ano yung mga missing dito? Ano yung mga NAs? So that's, let's see. Started with this one, no? SHLDE. So si SHLDE, pang anong number siya? Ito, no? Wala. Ito, 25, no? 25, tapos sino pa? Because we can just subset it, no? Tatanggalin natin dun sa stock.prices yung si 25, tapos si 29, 25, 29, and then ENR, 25, 29, where's ENR? Ayan, 34. So that's 25, 29, 34, and lastly, yun na. Akala ko apat. 1, 2, 3. Meron pa dito, no? 25, 29, 34, and yung MUV. Anong number siya? 17. So 17, 25, 29, 34. Those are the three numbers. So what we can do is, you know this, no? We can just do this prices adjusted, and then just subset, and then negative C, column 17, 25, 29, 34. Okay, we can do that, no? We can do that. But let's do another thing. Ang gawin natin, we can ask R to add. I-add natin, gagamitin natin yung function na column sums. Pwede naman kasi yun. Control Alt I. So let's do that. So let's now create this object prices. Overwrite na natin, no? Yung prices adjusted natin. Let's overwrite it by Control Alt minus, and then prices underscore adjusted. Okay, we can still subset pa rin natin, and then comma. So this is one way. Another way is kunin natin column sums. Okay, so column sums. So ang gagawin ng column sums, isa-sum up niya yung column, no? So column sums, okay, anong isa-sum up niya? Lahat na may is.na. Is.na, no? Iko-column sum siya yung lahat ng may NA. So dito sa prices underscore ADJ natin, no? All right? So anong gagawin dito? Ito, reverse to, no? All right. So let me explain quickly. Itong subset na to, tatanggalin yung 17, 25, 29, 34. Ito naman, class, isa subset, ang isasama yung mga column sums na yung NA nila, if we add up all the NAs, 0. Ibig sabihin, kumpleto sila. Okay? So, what's the advantage of using this one? Ito, formula. No? Formula. Ito kasi, hindi tayo sure, lalo kung malaking data, baka may na-miss out tayo. So this is the disadvantage of this formula. Kasi inano natin, yung visual natin, inasa-isa natin, tapos tinignan pa natin dito. Why not just choose the column sums function? So sabi dito, ano natin, i-subset natin. Okay, si column sums, lahat ng rows kasama, and then column sums is that NA is equal to 0. So lahat ng mga rows, columns na kapag inad natin yung mga NA nila, okay, column sums ng prices adjusted. Kapag inad natin yung mga NA nila, lahat 0. Ibig sabihin, kompleto yung data na yun. No? Okay? So this is a better method than this one. Okay? Kasi pwede ring may mga columns na, di ba, tinignan ko lang to. Baka may mga columns dito na nasa gitna yung NA nila, hindi natin napansin. Di ba? So this one can be prone to error kasi visual lang natin to, di ba? Ito talagang inad niya. Sabi natin, i-add mo nga dun sa prices adjusted. Okay? Yung mga NA doon, i-add niya. Ang isasama lang niya yung mga walang NAs. 0 yung sum niya. Okay? So let's run this. Okay, what do we have now? Okay. So ngayon, si prices adjusted natin, nabawas, dapat pala binago ko na yung pangalan no, para na-preserve natin yung. Okay, thank you, Matthew. Yes, pwede rin yung NA.omit, no? Yeah, pwede yon, NA.omit. That's correct. Or you can, ito yung bagong sinabi ko sa inyo, we can use the column sums. Okay. Now, if you take a look at yung object natin, yung prices adjusted. Okay, I don't know how R arranged this kaso. Yung mga natin, yung mga stacks natin, ano siya, yung hindi alphabetical. So medyo mahirap din to. So I will leave you, class, to learn how to, okay, dalawang bagay, two things. Number one, change the column names. Instead of ALV.DE.adjusted, your assignment will be to make it just ALV. And then secondly, sort this alphabetically. Okay? Arrange this alphabetically para mas madaling natin makita. At saka, tanggalin natin yung mahabang title ng columns. So those two things, sort the columns alphabetically and then change the column names. All right? Okay, so I'll leave that, no? I'll leave that. Punta tayo dito sa sa mas importante sa atin. And okay, dito muna tayo sa dulo, no? All right. Yung notes muna natin. Okay. From here, from this stacks, we're going to create a portfolio. Mag-create tayo ng portfolio dito. So, sige, dito muna tayo. Let's compute now for the log returns of the individual assets. Di ba meron tayong mga assets dito, no? Okay, ang gagawin natin, kukunin natin yung returns nila, yung log returns. And what's the formula for log returns? What's the formula for log returns, class? Paano, class? Hello? Ano formula ng log returns? Class? Okay, tingnan natin to, Anong log returns nito? Kasi what you do first is, okay, Okay, thank you, Margo. So pwedeng yung ROC natin, ano? By the way, class, no? Please watch the video, no? I'm going to ask you, by the way, as your assignment, graded to, may points yun, for you to submit, mag-create ako ng folder, tapos yung proceeding sa video, for me to be assured na sinunod nyo, you will have to submit it. No? Please, do not give the file to your classmates. Kasi baka pakisagot na lang, tapos bigyan mo ako ng file. You will deprive your classmates of that opportunity to learn. So, ipopost ko yung folder mamaya. Okay, ano yung gagawin nyo doon? Kailangan mapanood nyo yung video, and then you follow along. I gave already the file. So yung code doon dapat gawin nyo, and then you submit that. So that will be worth 20 points as an exercise. Okay? 20 points yun, ha? And then I expect you to be honest with that. And classmates, please do not give your own work to your classmates. You are not helping them. You will deprive them of the opportunity to go through the process and do the codes themselves. Okay, so is that clear? May I have your commitment, class? Because you can choose not to submit. Okay lang, points lang naman yun, 20 points. Ang commitment na gusto ko sa inyo, kung gagawin nyo yun, please do not give the file to your classmates para isasubmit na nila lang sa akin. And name, tapos ipopost nyo dun sa Canvas, dun sa assignment folder na gagawin ko mamaya. Okay, clear yung class? I'm not getting any feedback. Clear ba? Due sa Friday. Sa Friday, bago mag-start ng classes. Okay. All right. Good. Thank you. Okay. So, Margo suggested a while ago, continuous. No? So, tama yun. ROC ang gagamitin natin. Pero for this one, magma-manual muna tayo. Okay? We're going to learn how to compute it manually. So, how do you compute for log returns? Paano, class? So, ang gagawin muna natin, ano? You get the log first, no? Log returns, ibig sabihin, the prices, you get the log first, kanya log of this one. Control C, Control V. Almost tayo na. Log of yung January 2, and then kunin din natin log ng January. Control C. Okay, di ba? Alright, tapos, how do we get the returns of this log? It will be, may sumugot ba? Okay, yes, thank you. So ano yung returns nito, class? Ito yung log nung price nung January 2. Ito yung log nung January 5. Okay? So mga log na to, di ba? So how do you get the returns of that? Okay, minus. All right. Ang suggestion ni Matthew, minus. Bakit minus, Matthew?
So the current price minus the previous price.
Ito? So is this the log returns?
Yes, I think.
Okay. So what were you subtracting, Matthew?
The log of the log
The log
of
of this price, diba?
yes, sir.
Bali, the log of this minus the log of this,
Yes, sir.
right? Pero log ng prices yan, hindi returns yan, diba? So when you subtract the log of the returns, the log of the prices, do you get the returns? That's a question, no? So it's almost time, class. I'll paki-ano naman please, kasi I think I already asked this to you several times, na yung log returns. So we'll go back to this on Friday. Tapos may exercise tayo, class, ha? Ito yung susundin natin na exercise. So I suggest na medyo alamin nyo na, kasi daily log returns ng individual assets. Tapos kukunin natin yung average ng daily returns na yan. Tapos i-convert natin sa annual returns. Okay, and then we're going now to create the portfolio. How do we now create the weights of this portfolio? We have a portfolio of 36 assets kasi 40 kanina, di ba, minus 4. Okay, so just a quick ano lang, class, quick. May I have 2 minutes lang? Is that okay, class? Sabihin ko lang to yung formula, no? Kasi importante sa atin yung formula ng para hindi ko na i-discuss next meeting. So it's important for us to get the formula of the returns and the standard deviation. So very quick lang, lagyan natin dito, no, yung ano natin, yung LaTeX natin. So the returns of a portfolio is R sub P. Lagyan natin text, and then R underscore P. Okay, by now, class, sana medyo nakakaano na kayo ng LaTeX. And then this is equal to yung sigma, yung sum natin. So that's the sigma sign. Lagyan natin dito from curly brackets, from I is equal to 1. So starting with 1 up to caret n. Up to caret n. And then lagyan natin text natin, text, and then W sub I. Lagyan natin ng space. Okay? And then text. Backslash. Text. R.
Thank
I.
you.
Okay.
Okay, go answer mo. Oh, di takbay na.
Okay. I think okay na to. No? R sub I. All right. So, dollar ko. All right. So this is the return, portfolio return. R sub P is equal to the sum of the weight of the asset multiplied by the return of the asset. So kailangan natin yung returns ng assets natin, no? And yung weights nila. So for our portfolio, we're choosing the DAX portfolio, no? And then 36 na assets yon, no? So dapat 36 yung weights natin, 36 yung returns. Kaya kailangan natin ma-compute yung returns natin. Okay, so all right. So let me Okay, sige, wag na kasi it's already time. Discuss lang natin to next meeting, no? We'll start with this one. How do we now compute for the portfolio? Paki-research na lang, class, ha? Ano yung formula na yan? Okay. How do you now compute for the portfolio risk? So the portfolio risk or volatility can be expressed in terms of variance or standard deviation. Okay, so this is what I'll do. You may leave, class. Isulat ko na lang tong formula na to, okay? So that what I'll be posting will include already the formula. So you may stay or you may leave. For those of you who have classes already, you may leave class. Anyway, tapos na naman tayo. So let me just write this. So dollar, no? So ang ano natin, ang sigma siya, no? Sigma and then it's sub I, sigma sub I, and then squared. So pakita ko lang. So ito yung symbol niya, no? This is the symbol for your variance, no? And it's equal to, so medyo yung formula ng ng portfolio risk medyo a bit complicated. Okay, so it's double summation. So ano natin, sum underscore from I is equal to 1 close up to n. Okay. Okay, and then another sum. Open ko. Control C, Control V, and this time this is J naman. J. Okay? Yan. Dalawang ano natin, dalawang double summation, and then text natin, text. Okay. This will be W underscore sub I. Okay? Lagyan natin ng space tilde, and then W underscore, text din natin, text. Then W underscore sub J. Right? Yan. And then text ulit, space, and then covariance, sigma, okay, oops, sigma underscore ij, dalawa, no? Kasi sigma yan, covariance yan, there. All right. Okay, so this is the formula, and we're going to discuss this next meeting. This is the formula for to measure the risk of a portfolio. Of course, ito yung variance. The standard deviation is just get the square root of this. And then explain natin yung formula na next. All right, so thank you so much. Let me stop recording now.